Hello, this is a very quick look at the Lenfo LF06 Bluetooth smartwatch. This is a real budget smartwatch which I wasn't expecting to be any good because it is very cheap. You can see it's about 4 centimeters by 4 centimeters and it's got a decent strap, fits quite nicely on the wrist. It's quite chunky, so you see here it fills up most of my wrist, so if you don't like chunky watches this might not be for you, but it's quite light and it feels very comfortable. On the side is the USB port for charging and also for copying files off this, and on the other side is a menu button, and that there isn't a button, that's actually a camera. We'll come back to that later. The screen is completely touch screen and the menus are a very nice user interface. When I got this, there's no setup and it was actually in a different language, so you want to go to the settings page, scroll down, find international and then select your preferred language. So that was a bit of a pain. It would have been nice if I was asked the language on first pairing this up. Before you get started, you'll need to download the companion app for your phone, and there's a handy QR code built into the watch. If you scan that on your phone, it'll take you to the website and you can then pick which version you need for your phone. The phone app is very basic. It allows you to install a couple of extra applications and also control notifications. Now all these were on at the start, which was a right pain, my wrist just kept going off. So it's a good idea to disable a load of them and only put on the ones you really want to be notified about. This is just demoing the Find the Watch feature. You can trigger that from the app and either dismiss it on the watch itself or on the app once you've found it. Worth having a read through the instructions. That will tell you the huge range of features this has on it and also some limitations. Some of the features don't work with iOS, for example. So if I just scroll through, you can see there's quite a few buttons. There's things like the phone book, the dialer, call logs, messaging. There's a massive range of features for such a budget phone. Of course, one of the main features is calls and messaging, so you can see here I can accept a call and I can actually accept the call on the watch. It has an inbuilt microphone, you can talk into this, it's fairly clear, people can hear you, and equally you can call out, so you can trigger a call going out on your phone and you can talk into your watch if you want to. The notification element works fairly well. Your wrist will buzz and you'll be able to view notifications from all sorts of different apps. Some work better than others. So for example, on the messaging app you can actually read the message. On others you'll simply be notified about something such as the 17 cars and weather update. You can block these and you can turn them off. Now the camera is located on the side and it's impressive that they've packed one in. You don't just touch the screen though, you have to press this little button at the bottom and that takes a photo. It's very low res, but it will do the job in a pinch. The camera is also capable of taking short video and will record sound as well. Again, the quality isn't amazing, but it's just another impressive feature packed into this really low-cost watch. You can also control your camera remotely, so I fired up my phone camera and press the button on there, and it will actually take a picture on the phone, which can be viewed later on. It also packs in a sleep monitor, pedometer. You can change the look of this. There's only a couple of looks, but at least they're very distinctly different. You've got a sedentary reminder, so if you're sat down for a long period of time you want to activate this. You can dial out using the touchpad, and despite them being quite small, it's quite easy to dial out. You've got a calendar built in. There is just absolutely tons of stuff built in with this straight out of the box. Unfortunately, I found the music player didn't work with the HTC M9. You can see here it says its device isn't supported, which is a real shame. I've actually had this set to vibrate only, and that's because I found the ringtones a bit annoying. I also found the notification sounds just went on for far too long. If you do find the visuals a bit too small, you can change this from a 4-app grid to a 1-app grid, and that makes this much easier to use by just having giant buttons that you can scroll through. So something of a mixed bag overall for this watch. It is very low cost and that allows you to overlook some of the weaker aspects, such as the poor setup. The notifications seem to be a little bit hit and miss. Some apps work better with it than others, but you can make and receive calls from this, which is really impressive considering the low cost. I think it looks really smart, and if you're not sure if you want to spend a couple £100 on a smartwatch, this is a really good way of finding out if you might find one useful. There are better watches available, but they cost a lot more. I hope you found this short review useful. Thanks for watching.